Hey y'all, and welcome to the Melanin Talk with Janae. Today is day 7. Can you believe it's been a week already? One full week. So today I want to jump into making a service list for your business as an esthetician. So stay tuned. We're going to go over that. Alright, so everyone, thanks for joining me. We are now on day 7. It's been a week. This is exciting. I feel like it's starting to get easier and easier as I move along throughout the days. So, for today, I wanted to touch on creating a service list as an esthetician. So, this would be like if you're starting up and you're just not sure where to start at. I got some points and tips and pointers and all that good stuff. So, as far as a service list, you want to start by thinking about what services do you want to provide. As an esthetician, we actually have a pretty wide variety of services. At least for here in Texas, I am licensed to do facials, of course. I am licensed to do full body waxing. I'm licensed to do brows, like brow tints, brow laminations, and then I'm also licensed to do lashes. So that can be applying actual lashes individually, or as far as doing lash lifts. So with that being said, I think first that you need to consider what exactly you want to do within that service list. I know there are a lot of people who they just pretty much are well rounded. They want to do everything. I know a lot of people who they've only chose to do lashes by itself. I know people who've gotten an esthetician license. They decide just to do, facials by itself. They become just specialized in all the facials. I know estheticians who only do waxes. So at this point, you would first have to determine what it is exactly that you are trying to provide, which services, and then you would go from there. All right, so let's talk facials. If you are interested in putting facials onto your service list, you have to think about which specific facials you plan on providing. So you have your basic or your classic facials, and then there are also advanced treatments which are linked to facials as well. So to come up with that list, you just first need to figure out what services you want to provide under that facial umbrella. Um, so for your basic treatments, you would have like your classic or your basic facial, deep cleansing facials that are customized per client, which normally facials are customized for each person because all of our skin is different. And then you'd have to think about if you want to provide like the advanced treatment. Advanced examples of advanced ones that we can do here in Texas under our license would be like microdermabrasion, chemical peels. Um, Dermaplaning can be done by estheticians in Texas, but you do have to have proper certification, and also I believe you have to work under a medical provider in order to be able to perform dermaplaning. There's also like the LED light therapy. That's a really good one. So you apply like the mask, or you apply it's kind of like a bin, um, a cabin that you would apply over the client's face, and the different lights help to with certain things. So that it would be another option of a advanced facial treatment. So as far as that goes, you would just come up with, which ones are you interested in doing. I do know people who they only provide basic facial services. They don't do any of the extra stuff. And then also keep in mind, whatever you do decide that you want to do, that's fine as long as you're going into business on your own. If you're working for a spa or under someone, there's a possibility that you might have to cover all services. And as I stated before, here in Texas, we have a few that fall under the umbrella for esthetician services. So make sure you do your research and think about exactly what you want to do when it comes to facials. All right, so let's talk eyelash enhancements, aka getting your lashes done individually. So individual eyelash extensions are also something that fall into the esthetician field here in Texas. So that would be, enhancing the lashes, whether it's a classic style where you're doing a 1-to-1 ratio. You started a classic, then hybrid would be the next one. And then you have like the volume, the full and mega volumes. Those would be examples of eyelash extensions and enhancements. Another way to enhance your lashes would be to do like a lash tint or a lash lift. So decide out of those what you would like to do. If it's something you want to add to your service list, if it's something you don't want to add onto your service list, but those are other options that you can do. Another form of an enhancement would be brow enhancements. So we can do brow shaping, brow tinting, and brow laminations. So with brow tinting, just like lash tinting, it is dyeing the color of your lashes or your brows, the hairs there. So changing, the color. For brow shaping, that can be done using wax to shape it. It can be done using like the sugaring style of doing waxes. It could be done with threading. There are a few different options, but brow shaping also does fall under the umbrella. With a brow lamination, basically that is relaxing the hairs on the brow so that they're more manageable. The brow laminations have been pretty big lately, so if those are some things you are interested in, then hey, you can add it on your service list too. There's no limit to the things you want to do that you are licensed to do. It's just a matter of what do you want to perform, what services do you want to perform in your own space. Makeup application does fall under the esthetician field, although here in Texas you don't have to be licensed to apply makeup. So again, just go through all those options and think what would work for you, what you're interested in doing, what you're not interested in doing. First step in coming up with your service list: delete, edit. What do I want to do, what I don't want to do? That is so important. So make sure you establish that immediately. That way it's easier for you to cut down that list and know exactly what you plan on for your business. So now that we've touched on the different things that you could add to your service list, now of course the main thing I said is decide what you want to do. You have all those options. If you want to do them all, great. If you don't want to do them all, that's fine too. I specifically do not choose to do lashes anymore. I think I did have a burnout of lashes. However, at the school I work at night, I do at least teach my students lashes. I just don't do them within my business, especially since I do nails as well. It's too much for me. So a lash service is something that I don't provide. So important considerations is what we need to touch on next. So we've picked out what we want to do ourselves. Got it, noted. The next thing is, are you the specializations, like what are you gonna specifically focus on as far as facials? Are you gonna do all of the facials or some of them? Next thing you want to jump on would be the pricing structure. Pricing is so important, and sometimes I think that we think too hard when it comes to creating a pricing structure. So yes, coming into the beauty field and you're new, I just feel like don't short sell yourself. You've completed school, you've got your license, so now it's time for you to build up your expertise, but I don't think that means selling yourself short. So what I did when I came up with my service list was I pulled all of the salons or all the other estheticians in the area and compared their prices, all of them. Once I seen what everybody was charging, that's kind of how I came up with my number. When I started out, my number was slightly below, maybe by like $3 to $5 lower than the other ones that were in my area. As the months passed, I did increase a little each time, and I felt like that really helped me out. But never sell yourself short. That's the biggest thing, especially when you're doing your pricing structure. Just don't think too hard about it. Look at the area, look at what others are charging. You're licensed, you do your job well, you deserve to put it out there. People are going to pay for it. If they enjoy coming to you, they are going to come to you. That's just how that goes. So that is a very important consideration as far as that goes. So I'm going to end day 7 on that note. If you have any questions, comments, any of that, make sure, per usual, you drop them in the comments. So make sure you share this, you like it, and you subscribe to my channel. Get in those comments. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know what advice you can give me. Just, hey, it's my 30-day journey of building this up. So you let me know what you want to know. Once again, thank you guys for joining me. I'm Janae, Melanin Glow by Janae, licensed esthetician, and I have made it to week 1, 7 days of my journey. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out.